Yeah, all right. Shalom. I'm just taking a little, evening stroll. So I just thought, why not go live? You know what I'm saying? So excuse me in the background if I take a pause between my my words. 'Cause it's pretty damn cold out here, man. Let me just see real quick. Yeah, man. I was just a couple of hours ago, I was on with you know, the usual, crew that we, have on the show. Um, over on Mind of God's page, right? We're all, chopping it up over there. Not too long ago, and that was a good discussion. It usually, talk about the the same thing, but that's good. That's how you memorize is by going over things, again, right? That's how you, increase your memory. 'Cause I'm actually walking up to a, on my right, there's a church over here. On my right, I mean a big cathedral, if that's the correct word to use. But it's funny, man, because what these guys are doing, sitting there telling the people, they don't have to, follow the commandments today, man. I mean, that's sad, man. Because the people, that really, the people really want to learn, right? A lot of people are sincere, really do, want to learn, the right way. But they're, being deceived by these, these churches, man. And that brings to mind, bear with me a second. That brings to mind one of my, personal favorites, man. Right, I believe it's, what is that, Revelation, the 3rd chapter? It says, we tried them who, said that they are teachers and found them to be liars. Oh, that's Revelation chapter 2 and verse 2. Bear with me a second. Just got to cross the street. I mean, damn, man, I was, earlier today, man, it was, snowing out here, man. So it's, it's really starting to get cold out here. That's all I'm going to say. But, at least for me, the area which I am now currently walking in, they recently just did the pavement over here. Heard they put some street lights, over in this area, so it's not, just all dark. You know what I'm saying? So at least that's a positive thing. And shalom to everyone tuning in on the comment board, right? Of course, no sincere shalom to the brothers tuning in. I just wanted to, just speak about a couple topics, man. I didn't have anything in particular that I wanted to, start off with. But all I'm gonna say, man, is that this place is totally done, man. Particularly, speaking of America, Babylon the Great. I mean, it's totally finished, man. Right, dealing with this whole, what is it? The fourth, strand of this whole, sea. I gotta watch the words I use. But it's they're gonna have to shut down the society again, like they did in the past. With the first couple, strains, if that makes sense. As I said, excuse me if I take a breath in between my words. It's pretty cold out here, man. I just had to get out for a little bit of a walk. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to it's always good to go for a little walk, man. It's always good to just as I like to say, let off steam, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's always a positive thing to do. It's always positive to just take a little breather. We all need it, man. We all will certainly need it. Especially in the times that we're living in right now, man. Because going back to what I was saying, is with this with this fourth, may I say, emergence of this of the sea situation. They're not going to have much of a choice but to close down the as Larkin Rose would say, the crunchy. They're not going to have much of a choice but to close down the country again, like what they did in the past. And if they do that, well, the people are done, man. Hell, excuse me for a moment. Yeah, people are doing, financially, poor right now. So just imagine, if everyone has to, stay home again, man. And hey, Babylon's through, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Right? That's just, that's just the facts. All right, it's just the facts, man. Matter of fact, the scripture says, why do you hate me? Because I tell you the truth. Nearly paraphrasing it. Right, so the people don't like us, simply because we're, out here, telling the people the truth. Right, and that's what we're out here doing. Just like, what's that? Just like the Atlantis report. Shout out to anybody who knows what that is. But they're sitting on there, man. Their slogan is, we'll give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Inside joke. Let's see. But yeah, man. It's barely the noise. There's a few cars riding by. But yeah, man. It's clear what's going on right now, man. Because this is the the end of the world as we know it. There's no way around it. So you might have noticed the thumbnail of the stream, and the chapter of that book, the chapter I get that from, is Second Ezra is the 7th chapter, man. Okay, it gives a parable about this walk of ours, and you can pull that up and read it. It's a parable. Speaks about that the path to the kingdom is a narrow path, man, and that's in Matthew the 7th chapter. But what people don't know is Matthew got the inspiration of that from the Apocrypha, which proves the Apocrypha is inspired. That's a separate topic. But it speaks about it's as if there is a deep water on one hand, on the opposite hand, with a flame, right? But there's one path in between them both, but it's so small that only one man can go on that on one time, man. And what does that mean? It simply means, at the real path to salvation is a narrow course, man. This isn't for many people. That's why when you read in the scriptures about the apostles asked Christ, why do you speak to the people in parables? And Christ, or Yahweh Shai, he he told them the answer to that is because it's given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom. But to these average people, it's not given to know. Or this ain't given to them to know. This is for a select few, and that's even in the book of Ezra, right? The Lord told Ezra, the Lord has decided to reveal these secrets to you and a few like men, that are like you, which represents us, right? So we're definitely on the right path, man, right? And that's that's an inspiring thing, man. All right, because you got to think about it this way, man. The Lord could have chose the next man. Okay, the Lord could have woke up the next man and had him take your spot in this thing. Okay, but he decided to choose you, or he tried chosen me, or I should say we've at least been called into this, because the scriptures speak about that many are called but only a few will be chosen. All right, so that part's true, but we've been called into this thing, man. And that's an honor, man. You should be excited about that. So we have a great chance. And what do we have a good chance at? Is what? At receiving salvation, man. All right, so we're in the time right now, man, where these as Elder Apostle Tahar said, these prophecies are popping off like popcorn. And it's true, man. Especially with what's going on right now. Right? I mean, you can't name any other years or period of time which can compare to what we have going on right now, man. Right? You have all over the world, you got all types of civil unrest, right? The people are rising up against the the authorities, well, so-called authorities, that is. So that's that's a prophecy in and of itself. That's in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Okay? Let me read a comment. Mighty God said, "It is undeniable at this point that we are living under the Holy Bible's prophetic narrative." Right, man. I definitely agree with the brother. That at this point, man, it's like, hey, in the words of Rudy McKnight, I mean, hey, this has to be it, man. I mean, this place can't bounce back from what's happened. It can't. Just not possible. Right? Everywhere you go, man. When I go out, I try to, pay attention to to what other people are doing, right? And you can tell if you pay attention to the other people who are out and about. You'll clearly see, that everybody is tried out, man. If that makes sense. Everybody is just tapped out, if that makes sense. Right? Everybody's been through too much at this point, and you can't blame them. Right? I mean, you can't blame them. We're in the midst of those people as well, but we actually know what's going on, right? We know that these are the prophecies, right? So at least even though a lot of us are suffering too, whether it be financial hardship or something similar or whatever, we at least know the truth, which is what? That the Most High is behind all this, and that this is just the, the prophecies playing out, man. All right, that's just what it is. And if one can't get it, then they can't get it. It's just that simple. All what is it? I believe it's Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, for what is some did not believe? Does it make our faith without effect? Right. So, we can go around and, tell people, about this, right? All the stuff that's going on right now, was in the scriptures. But it's up for them to decide if they want to agree with that, right? That's why you have a saying that, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Right, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink. And that's exactly, that's a good comparison to give, man. All right, we can tell the people what's going on, but, we can't, force them to accept it. No, I mean, hell, man. If a lot of these people, man, it's, you can show them clearly where all of it's laid out for them, clear. But it's like it goes in one ear and just, glides through to the next and disappears. You know what I'm saying? That's what, it seems like, man, when you talk to people nowadays. It's, but that's why, the scriptures speak about that, the time was going to be, so tough that if the Lord didn't shorten the times, no one would be able to be saved. And that's a true statement, man. All right, because we're just in the beginning of sorrows is what the Bible calls the times we're in right now. It's basically the times leading up to the bigger calamities. Right, these are just the beginning of sorrows that we're seeing. But it's not gonna, reverse itself, if that makes sense. Right, it's not going to be reversed. Right, it's think of it this way. It's like a slope, right, or a hill. It's you can't get back up, if that makes sense. It's so, may I say, steep that you're never going to be able to get back up it. And that's the direction that the economy is in right now, man. And not only that, the supply chains. That's why they're having a problem with the of these ships, right? They're being stranded, on the coast and not being able to, dock and to, may I say, drop off the goods that they, have forwards across the seas, right? Bear with me just a moment. Mighty God said, Babylon can't and would not be healed. Right, and he's right on that. Right, he's right. That's definitely true, man. Okay, is that, this place can't be healed, man. All right, it can't. It's just, there's so much that's going on right now. And that's just, the way you got to look at it, man. Shalom to the King Manny. Welcome to the show. But yeah, man. Another thing to focus on too is if you go to one of my favorite chapters in the scriptures, which is Matthew the 19th chapter. But I like that one. It deals with the the young ruler came to the Lord and wanted to he desired to be saved, right? But Yahushua told him, hey, look, man, even though you did observe the laws, the statutes and commandments and kept them to the best of your ability, one thing you did lack, right? Sell all that you have, right? All your pricely goods, and distribute it unto the poor, right? And then if you read it, it says, when he heard these things, he was, upset by it, right? He got very upset when he heard that statement. Why? Because he had many, precious goods that he owned, right? So that's, the moral of the story is, we shouldn't be trying to, build ourselves up on this side, if that makes sense. Get everyone out here, looking to build a future, man. Here in, Babylon the Great. And hey, real quick, guys, let's not argue in the comment board, man. Everyone, keep it peaceful, man. Everyone keep it peaceful in there. But going back to what I was saying is that the times that we're in right now, man, we shouldn't be looking to build up a future over here, man. Because you got guys out here that are trying to have children, and starting to put, if they have children that are young, they're starting to put away a safety net, of reserved money, for later on down the line, or they're trying to save up money for their child's college education, right? Which is, depending on how old the child is, how many years in the future, right? But the moral of bringing this up is everyone's looking to, build up the future here, man. Excuse that background noise from leaves that I'm walking through at the moment. But we're not going to go in that direction, right? We shouldn't be looking to go in that direction, man. Right? Because, you can see the, the direction everything's going, man. All right? You can see it. Right? That everything is, leading up to, that MOB, man. That's clearly the way, society is going right now, man. I mean, hell, before you know it, you're not going to be able to, enter into establishments without getting that juice. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, it's, bear with me a second. Now, with that being said, man, we're definitely, in some serious times, man. Right? I mean, anyone that can't see it, you better wake up and smell the coffee, man. All right, you better wake up and smell the coffee real quick. All right, because time is really running out on a lot of guys, man. All right, I mean, hell, I remember when they didn't even have, a juice that they had made yet, for this whole, situation that's going on. And here we are a year later, man. And they already have, what is it, 6.5, 7 billion people that already, have at least one, juice. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. But that's just what's going on right now, man. So, now the moral of the story is, man, is that we're not trying to, build ourselves up a future, here in Babylon the Great. But we're looking for who the world calls, Christ, or, Yahushua, to return and to take this place down, man. That's what we're waiting for. I mean, that's what we're out here, telling the people, man. It's just very clear that that's about to, take place in our lifetime, man. right? And I'll quote it again. Romans 3:3. Right? For what some did not believe. Does their unbelief make our faith without effect? Of course not. Right. So, no, that being said, man, it's hey, the scriptures speak about it's a high tide to wake out of slumber, man. Meaning what? Our people are in a dead state of mind, and that's in what is that? Ezekiel the 37th chapter. You can look that up. Bear with me a second. All right. I just as I said, it's dark out here. I just have to get my sense of direction. Let me cross the street real quick. Yeah, man. But I mean, it's things are definitely going down, man. Over here in Babylon, man. All right, as I said, man. If guys can't see it, I watch, some of these Christian, channels once in a while, just to see what everybody's talking about. You know what I'm saying? And these guys are sitting there talking about, well, we're waiting for that Antichrist to, rise up. We know that the mark can't come because there's no beast yet, right? There's no Antichrist yet. So see, that means that the mark can't be here. That's what they're on here saying. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? According to the scriptures, if you go to, what is that? 1 John chapter 2, verse 18 and verse 22, it says that that an Antichrist is one is that Yahushai Christ, whatever pronunciation you use, is the Lord, man. All right, so I mean, I don't know what to say, man. And that goes back to what I said earlier. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So the best we can do is tell the people what's right. But we can't do much more than that, man. All right, but that's why scriptures speak about there's many people on that broad path that leads to destruction, man. Okay, Matthew 7:13. Right, there be few that find the path that leads to life. Right, but there's many who are on that broad path that leads to destruction, man. What's that destruction? That's talking about the the second death, which is the lake of fire, man. All right, that's where a lot of these people are heading, which will be here on the earth, by the way. But that's a story for another time. That's another thing, man. Hit these comments real quick, see what's popping off in here. Yeah, Mighty God said, I'm not hating on the brother. Inside joke. Yeah, hey, look, ETT ain't hating on, that Myas brother. But I mean, he got cut 6 ways from Sunday, man. And I'm not even being sarcastic. Let me see. Right, but I mean, hey, man. The proof speaks for itself, man. Okay, that, right now, we got to, there's a lot going on right now. That's, no easy way to put it. All right, I mean, it's self-explanatory, right? Self-explanatory, what we got going on in the world, man. Scriptures speak about, just bear with me for a second. Scriptures speak about in the Apocrypha, second, what is that, second Ezra, the 9th chapter. When there'll be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then you'll know And this is the same time that the highest is going to begin to visit the world. Right, and that's why you see, all of these UFO sightings, man. Why? Because those UFOs are actually the chariots of the Most High. Right, and you're not going to learn that, from the Christian church. Right, they're not going to teach you that. Why? Because these these pastors, they don't know what's going on, man. And that goes back to one of my favorite scriptures, right? Revelation chapter 2, verse 2. We tried them who said they are apostles and are not, and we have found them to be liars. Right? We tried them who told us they're, teachers, but we found them to all be liars, man. Right? And that's deep. Right? Because the average simp, won't be able to tell the difference between these deceivers out here, man. Right? That's why a lot of guys, if they see somebody on YouTube that has the word truther in their profile picture or their name, they'll be like, oh, well, see, this person is sincere, right? This person is teaching the truth, right? Just because they have the word truther in their their name that they go by on YouTube. You know what I'm saying, man? And hey, look, bear with me a second. Hey, look, I've been around the block, right? I've been around the block, right? So I know, I know what's going on, man. You see these guys everywhere, man. You have, what's that cat? Jeranism. He'll be on there telling you that, that the world's flat is what he'll tell you. But then, he'll be the, excuse the echo in the background. I'm walking under a bridge at the moment. But then he'll come on there and talk about, Jeranism, be like, oh, well, Jesus got to give me sexual favor. It's like, come on, what the hell is this guy talking about, man? And, I can tell, because there was one time where, I swear it was Jeranism, but people asked him, and this was years ago, but they asked him, like, what are your, thoughts on the Bible? Like, do you think it's possible that, the Bible might be true? Is what they asked him. And he said, it could be. Right, he said it could be, is what he responded and said. Right, he's responded and said that it could be. Right? So, then of course, as time goes on, they start to change their doctrines. That's what you expect that to happen. That's what you expect. Mighty God said, we will be having a visitor shortly. And he's right on that, man. Because they got the whole world believing, these UFOs, are either, aliens or, Christians talking about, fallen angels. These conspiracy guys talking about, they call it, Project Bluebeam? Or they're just like fake alien crafts, is what they say. But we know that's not true, right? Because we know what they are, by going by the scriptures, where we can properly, break it down, make it easy. The scriptures speak about, what is that, Habakkuk 2 and 2? Right, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run who reads it. Right, and that's what we're doing. Is oh, excuse me guys, I'm gonna have to end the show here because my phone's about to die. Thanks for tuning in.